Hey guys, what's going on? It's Microwave. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It, where I talk about guides, tips, or problems within the games that I am currently playing. This is a weekly episode that happens every single Friday at 0800. In this week's episode, we're going to break down the cardiac sensor for pulse. We recently got a quality of life change for a sensor because players were getting caught off guard when using it. I actually never thought about giving a buff to pulse, and the whole change caught me completely off guard. I mean, the truth is, I actually thought pulse was pretty good, and he was fine as he is. I mean, for Christ's sake, the guy already has a wall hack. I mean, he can see through anything, and he can pinpoint players from up to 13 meters away through any object, including microwaves, which is kind of weird. So I didn't actually think this dude needed a buff, but Ubisoft felt the cardiac sensor was getting in the way of some players. Now, what does this mean, and why are we talking about this? Well, I guess players were kind of doing stuff like this. Now, since the change happened, Pulse has become an even more clever operator. Now, what do you mean by this, Microwave? What the hell are you talking about? Well, basically, the old sensor would constantly ping players and give a static location to where they were. These pings would remain in place until another scan wave went through the sensor. So it effectively showed where players were, but didn't quite make it real time. Because by the time the location was received to Pulse, they could have easily moved a few feet away. This actually caused some problems with some players, because they would wait for the enemy to round their corner before they dropped their sensor and shot them, which is absolutely the worst thing to do. Now, here in Rainbow Six Candyland, where headshots don't even register sometimes, we all know that information is key. If you know where the enemy is, then you can line up your shots and make quick work of your enemy. But for the most part, I've actually been seeing people play Pulse incorrectly, which I'll break down very shortly. But first, I'd like to talk about these trippy ass red circles that we see. Now, you may ask the question, yeah, Microwave, what the hell are those things? Why are they flooding my screen? And the truth is, I actually don't know. I tweeted It's Epi today, the community guy for Rainbow Six Siege, and he said it's a known bug. I honestly believe that he's so good that he can see into different dimensions and see other heartbeats. So when you see all the polka dots, you should actually focus on the one with a dot in the middle, because that's the one where the player actually is. So how do we use the cardiac sensor to our fullest potential, bruh? Well, it's quite simple. Let me break it down for you. First, you need to find a choke point in the map and start wall hacking there. Try to be far away from the location to catch the enemy by surprise. Now, a word of caution, main doors will always be met with extreme caution in the beginning. Attackers generally sit at the door and try to drone to make sure that the entry point is clear. So be ready to watch them through impenetrable walls for 3 minutes, while they finally gain the courage to push in the last 30 seconds. Also, if you're watching this, Ubisoft, please lower the round timer to 3 minutes, because there is no reason for the rounds to last 4 minutes. So after watching them through the walls, you wait for them to come to you, right? Wrong. You need to take the fight to them. And why? Because of the peeker's advantage. Simply put, if you sit back and AFK while they push, then there's a pretty decent chance that you will lose the peek battle. Once you acquire a target, especially if he's alone, you need to try and figure out a way to get to him. Pulse is an amazing aggressive operator when roaming. Now, what do you do when you want to defend the object, Microwave? Well, I wouldn't recommend staying put in the objective unless you're in church on the map Clubhouse. It's best to only defend the objective when you're in the basement or the first floor. This way you can shoot through the floor and give the enemy an unsuspecting nitro cell in the ass. Your first goal should be trying to get a quick pick off for your team by utilizing your special wall hacks and secondary monitor. Also, for some reason, people don't know that you can actually weapon swap for immediate weapon draw. Instead of having to wait for Pulse to close his sensor down, you can actually just weapon swap and voila, there you go, you got your shotgun, good to go. So you're probably wondering if you should use your cardiac sensor when they have an IQ on the other team. And we all know that IQ got a buff a while back, and she can see 20 meters away with her Nintendo DS wrist strap. But should you be worried about it? And the answer really depends on where you are at in the game. Most players tend to use her gadget at the beginning to the middle of the round. While near the 1 to 2 minute mark, they are focused on pushing the objective. Sure, you may always use her gadget at all times with her pistol, which I know some of you guys are actually going to comment about. All you have to do is stay behind some unpenetrable walls, and if you're too scared to roam, then feel free to sit in the objective and give pings letting your team know where the enemy is. So some takeaways from this would be: 1. Never sit and AFK in the corner while waiting for the enemy to round corners. 2. Always try to peek the enemy first if you know where they are. 3. Never be afraid to go on the opposite side of the map for a pickoff. This also includes outside as well. 4. If you're too afraid or have low HP, then you can camp the objective and give callouts. So I'm currently working on a hitbox registration video, but I need more footage to make it really good. If you guys have any ideas for my next video, then leave a comment below. I'd really appreciate a thumbs up for visibility, so let's go for 2 likes today, guys. Come on. And if for some reason you really liked it, then you should tap that subscribe button like it's hot. I'll see you guys next time.
Bomb location compromised. Plan accordingly. Op 4 has located the bomb. You have entered an enemy.
Oh, nasty. Oh, nasty.
Oh, wow, you guys.
Oh,
Op 4, last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated.
Oh my god. Oh my god. In every single game that I played while doing this, not one teammate cared that I was cheating. It only mattered that they had the cheater on their team, and as long as they won, then oh well. This is the most disheartening part, and I was seriously upset at these players. I couldn't believe that my opponents would get so angry at me for supposedly cheating, and then turn around and my team would try to friend me. I just couldn't believe it. It was just so sad. I was on Serenity's stream once, and I